sure that the math says for you to concede? I mean, what if the math doesn't? I mean, with some of the provisional ballots and everything, you know.
I'm taking on advice from my campaign staff that they feel like the number is going to be too tough to overcome. If a miracle happens, I'm a believer. You know, I believe in the Lord. Then we'll celebrate. But right now, I want to do the respectful thing. Let my supporters go home with some closure tonight. And if for some reason we, have a turn of events, we'll come back right here and celebrate it. I will say this, and it's not the point, it's a difficult process. We need to work it out. We need to make sure that when people have the opportunity to vote, that it's that's more immediate, and that we're doing a better job of making things come together on the election night. I don't like, and it's again not pointing blaming anybody, but we just got to work out the kinks. It's unfortunate for somebody to show up at the polls and have to go through a more challenging process just to cast their vote.
What do you say to people who work their butts off to try to defeat Arpaio? I mean, you were one of them. You being one of them. I mean, it's a big disappointment when we're stuck with 4 more years of this guy.
Yeah, the toughest thing for me, and I said this to my family many times, was I don't want to see a person, with disappointment on their face that supported me, not because it was about me, because it was about this community. And I just hope that they don't lose hope, that they continue to work to make things better, to hold them accountable. I would like to find something deep down kind to say, not like I want to be disrespectful to the sheriff, but shame on you that you have put your ego and your pride and things like that ahead of the needs of this community. You have a chance to rectify that, and I hope that you do.
Were you surprised that, I mean, at least from the numbers I just looked at, it didn't look like the other candidate in the race picked up enough that he would have made a difference, really. So it was still, did that surprise you that Arpaio still won like that?
I was surprised by the spread, but again, I was up against $7 million, and one of the biggest challenges that we saw as we went along was not enough exposure to ensure that every voter knew who I was and what I stood for. And then you have that unfortunate aspect that should never play a part, which is because you're attached to a political party just for the sake of pursuing this office, that people are predisposed to go, well, I can't vote for that person because they're on this ticket. Shame on us. If that's how we're choosing our leaders based off of what ticket they're sitting on, as opposed to their qualifications and the intent of their heart, then there's something really wrong. We need to look at ourselves in the mirror.
So what's next for you?
Good night's sleep. A good night's sleep. I'll wake up tomorrow and figure out what the next crazy challenge will be for me. And my life has been about the experiences, not the destination.
If you could talk, give a message to some of the people that their hearts are broken.
Yeah.
And it's a disappointment for you. It's a disappointment for them. What would you tell them?
Disappointments sometimes are what get us focused, make us stronger, so that we work even harder, find better ways to accomplish things. Nothing in life comes easy. Nothing worthwhile comes easy. This was an example of it. We know right from wrong. Work hard to hold leaders accountable to doing what's right, but don't give up. Our children deserve more. I looked at it like this. You shouldn't ask for a dollar from anyone or a minute of their time to support you for an endeavor as big as this if you're not willing to do everything it takes to win, make a sacrifice. This isn't about part-time. It's not about showing up when you can. It's about this was a big task against a person with 20 years in office with $7 million. So anybody who supported me should know that I'm all in, and I have been all in.
You think you might run for something else in the future?
I'll run from a lot. I don't know that I'll necessarily run to.
Maybe if you would have taken up the birther thing like he did, maybe you could have beaten him on this. Come on now.
I brought my birth certificate tonight, from New Jersey, just to make sure in case there are any questions. But I don't know what tomorrow holds. I don't worry about it. I'll find a place where I'm, working a career where I feel good about it and giving back in a different way and keep moving. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful that the media was very fair to me, recognized the seriousness of this race. The community was very kind to me and a lot of support that I would never have expected. And for my family to go through this whole thing and just stand by my side with strength and my friends, I'm the luckiest man on the planet. So I got nothing to complain about.